For the Prelude and Fugue in G major from the second book, I will depart slightly from the usual format, and in fact you are going to get two for the price of one. The reason for this is there is good ground to suspect that the prelude that is now part of the canon was not necessarily the one which was originally planned for this. There was another which looked like it would have done the job really very well, but didn't, and the suspicion is that it was too close from another one, too similar, and that therefore Bach, for the sake of variety, decided not to include it. The one I'm thinking of is Does it. Now this is very much in the style of many of the second book generally, stylistically. It really looks that it should have been there. It is probable that Bach thought it was too close to the one that does. The E major one. And that therefore he composed another one, which is the which is a perfectly good piece, but I think it has to be said that the other G major is more complex and more subtle. However, this G major is what we get, and I have to treat it with the care that it demands. It's one of those, it's very exercise-like in many ways. There is really a formula, though it doesn't feel exercise bound like some of the preludes in the first book did feel. There is already more poetry and more there in the harmony. Things like that really speak of a mature Bach in full possession, in full command of his language. Playing it at the piano, it is a strong temptation to play it really fast, because this type of writing on the piano sounds exceedingly well when you take it faster. And moreover, it works really well for a great part of the piece. But you feel the strain a little bit when you reach it. It suddenly feels there is too much movement melodically and harmonically to justify that speed any longer. It's comfortable at the beginning because there are those long pedal notes. So, although I've played it at a much faster speed for quite a long time, I've come to actually accept it and love it at that speed. Which ultimately sounds better. The fugue is a reworking of the little fuguetta that was associated to this playing, to the prelude, the other prelude. So it is a case where we have, with one subject, Bach has written two fugues. Both of them are a very small scale. Even this fugue, the final version, could be still described as a fuguetta. I mean, it is absolutely a small piece without pretense. It is still much improved since the original version, and there is one sort of stroke of genius which means that this piece could only be written by an absolutely first-rate composer. The fugue sort of nearly dies down 3/4 of the way through, going down and down more and more. And then it revived gradually with the scale. And that is so it is revived, and yet it never fully comes back to life again, and it seems to hover and hesitate a bit, and then it sort of sink back. It's a delightful ending. But so tonight I will play, and probably in succession, the two preludes, the D902, that is not D, BWV902, then the prelude from the Well Tempered, and I'll do the same with the fugue. I'll play the little fugetta and then I'll play the fugue from the Well Tempered. It's interesting to put them in perspective like this. So it will be a different formula. And you will see that there is something I wanted to mention and forgot. Although the two preludes in some ways are very different, there are some common features that really need to be remarked on. And the fact that it starts with a tonic bass pedal and that this pedal then goes to the top voice on the dominant, and that it does the same thing in the other prelude. And there are some harmonic details that mean that those pieces are not so far apart as you might think they are on the first glance.